To say the last few years have been busy would be an understatement. We have completed several renovations, purchased our house, and welcomed little Danteo into our family. Not to mention the constant maintenance that these properties require.
Do not jump lightly into buying a big property because the amount of wear that it gets and just the general maintenance is so much. It's a full-time job.
We just have to seize any free time that we can manage and accomplish as much as humanly possible.
Every so often we pump all the old water out and put some fresh in because as much chlorine as you can put in it and salt and whatnot, it just doesn't last.
I mean, the main estate alone had 10 full-time people living here to maintain the houses and maintain the people that were living in it with cooks and maids and whatnot. That doesn't even include the gardeners. The gardeners, they would have been employed and come here separately to maintain the lawn.
So they will be like living outside. So this is only people that we know that were in the records of living in staff. Then obviously there was like the additional gardeners that they would like normally live around gardeners, you know, around like cottages around here, and they would just come every day to work.
Yeah. The summers are the worst for us when it comes to maintenance because the gardens are at their prime, you know, mowing the lawns, cutting the edges, doing the weeding, and then we've got to be planting out vegetables. We've got to be taking in the crop for the fruit.
We do some tidy up around the planters. We had potatoes here, we had potatoes there, some chard. So I just want to dig up the potatoes, see what we find. We haven't had any chance to do it before, so this is the type of gardening we do, just when we have got some spare time, and then some weeding to try to tidy it up.
I'm making a roast dinner today and I don't actually have any potatoes in the fridge from the shops, but I remembered we're growing potatoes. So I'm just going to dig up some that I need. That is the good thing about having a vegetable garden. And look at this beauty that I'm going to dig up. Perfect, that'll do.
We are trying to grow as many vegetables as we can in our various gardens and have had a good deal of success so far. This helps us to eat healthier and save some money too.
Well, we've had a decent amount of tomatoes this year, even though we haven't really been focusing too much on the garden. I mean, that's a big one. Look at that. What a crazy shape. But yeah, we've had a fair few tomatoes, which is good.
We try to eat healthy, but it isn't always easy or convenient to make healthy options at home when we are in the midst of an intense project. So it's getting the time that finally Dean and I feel that we need to kind of go back to eat healthy, lose all of this baby weight.
Baby weight? I don't think that's the word.
Yeah, like if we were pregnant, we gained that weight. Anyway, so he's been watching this series that is all about gut health and, you know, trying to kind of become more conscious. And I thought, wouldn't it be amazing if it existed a cookbook, right? That it tells you imagine like page number 1, the shopping list for the week. So it tells you like buy this, and then you follow it every day for lunch and dinner for the 7 days, so that you have 14 meals. And then the following day is like shopping list for the next week. There's nothing worse than you're inspired, you want to do something nice, cook something, it's like, oh, I'm missing this. Oh, I've got this ingredient that I've not heard about it in my life. Wouldn't that be amazing? Have I just made a new idea book?
I'm sure it exists.
Well, if it exists, if anyone knows about it, let us know in the comments, because I would really love to have a recipe book that gives me the shopping list to buy, and then I can get my meals for the whole week. I mean, that would be just my dream, I think. I think I could eat healthy like that. And if not, I'm taking the idea. I'm taking the idea.
I'm having such a bad relationship with, I'm eating chocolate. Having such a bad relationship with food at the moment where everything bad I eat, I feel guilty for it. Because that's the reason why is because I'm not going to the gym. And I'm using the excuse that because we're in the dad house now and the main estate has the gym, it's too far to go. Yeah, I know, ridiculous. It's not that far. And so I'm eating bad and I'm not going to the gym. So I'm really, really desperate to get the gym sorted in the Dow house. But I know Borja will be like, priorities, that is not the priority at the moment. But I also find that, I was speaking to someone the other day about it. I also find that going to the gym really helps my mental well-being. When I'm actually not going to the gym, I feel down a lot more and depressed and just like, what am I doing with my life? That sort of thing. Whilst when I go to the gym, I don't have that. It's like, I guess it's the endorphins that run through you after, like just, everything seems okay. And I don't know what I'm doing at the gym. I just go and move some weights about, you know, but I think just like going is good for my health physically and mentally. Also, have you seen the spot on my chin? Yes. Chin spots are eating bad food, and I'm eating chocolate. My self-control on food at the moment is terrible.
I'm back in the gym after, I think it's been 3 months. It's been so intense. So I woke up at 5:30 and it is 7:30 now. I spent 2 hours tidying, organising, any excuse in the world not to come in here. People think I like the gym. I hate it. I do it because of necessity. And 3 months is way too long to not be in the gym when I'm eating so much bad stuff. By bad stuff, I mean cake. So I'm gonna try getting back into it. Also, I watched one of them documentaries on Netflix, you know, the ones about being healthy and stuff like that. So then you do that little kick of like, okay, I'm gonna be healthy, and it probably lasts 4 days and you've already forgotten about it. I'm gonna try. So this documentary I watched, it was all about making sure you have a variety of foods I can't remember. So it's to do with your enzymes in your stomach. Microbes or probiotic, I don't know, I can't remember. Anyway, have a variety of foods that keep your gut working well and stuff like that. Anyway, it's a load of crap, isn't it, really? No one knows truly what you're supposed to eat to be healthy, but the consensus is a little bit of everything, which I find really hard because I have no self-control when it comes to like cakes, you know, them little cakes that come in individual packets. I just open them all and eat them all. So I need to try and stop that. But yeah, anyway, long-winded story, back in the gym, or I'm trying to.
We've been having such a warm weather in the UK that it started raining. So I popped in the main estate just because I said that I'm gonna go into my go back to be skinny era, healthy, feeling good about myself. So I'm prepping food. Dini's loving it because we don't like cooking at home. We do if we have a lot of time, but normally when we're hungry, we just want to eat. So I've been prepping food and I come to our own vegetable garden, which that's the dream, isn't it? That's always what I wanted. So I come here, I get some of the stuff that we're growing at the minute. Look at that. All of these apples, they're falling from the big tree. But I come here, I get like a couple of carrots. I grew that myself from seed. So I get a couple of carrots, which then I add onto they're not huge, but I'm happy with that. And then I get from my chart here, I just remove some of the outer leaves, which then I include on the prep. So I'll do that. There's nothing better, I feel, to growing your own, just because I feel like the taste is much nicer. Anyway, all of this is gonna go. I'm gonna be back to be myself, be the best me, and the best dad, the best papa that I can be for my little baby.
So Borja is trying to be healthy and doing some meal prep for us.
I'm gonna get back into shape, but Borja is over.
At our board of things we need to do, we have things we shouldn't be eating. We're going to try and be good again. So these were actually some great little foods you can get from Aldi, but they're so expensive. So we've been cheap and we've saved the containers and we're going to make our own with it.
And everything is from our own garden. So this is our carrot, this is like our chard, and then I'm going to add some mint and nasturtium and some flowers for decoration.
Fancy.
I've got some rice cooking. That's not from the garden because unfortunately we're not in China. So and that's the only way it grows now.
I think in India, though, it kind of, yeah,
And then
that way.
chicken, which is, supermarket bought. So we have different species, so I'm just going to set it all up, and then we should have either, are we going to do lunches and dinners or just lunch?
Well, it depends how long they last.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really lunches, but
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes. Yay, exciting. I mean, it's quite depressing how fast 8 portions go, but you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, fun. Oh, and for anyone asking, he's asleep next to us. We just wheel him around where we are, and he's very good. He's very good.
You know what they say, like the new parents, like a baby's going to adapt to us and then you'll follow it. He's adapting to us, like we have
At the moment, we might jinx it. Yeah, when he gets older and he's a nightmare.
to adapt to us.
But as long as he gets his cuddles in, he's happy.
So all the food is prepped. You can see once you mix it all up, but I try to kind of have like a nice presentation. Let's have a look. So there is some chard, carrot, rice. I put a bit of chicken, chia seed.
Honestly feel like a pauper at the minute because I went to the fish and chip shop and they didn't accept credit card and I couldn't get any cash out. So I thought I'll go home and I'll make some fish and chips myself. But we didn't have any potatoes, so I'm like digging in the soil down here, hoping that I've missed some potatoes. So we've got some chips. I can't find any. I just realized I put some in the greenhouse, so I think we're all good. Here they are. Not many, but enough to make a few chips, I think. It is time when we can pick our apples. Now, our orchard that we planted over there still hasn't established yet, but we inherited 2 trees, 2 really good trees. So this is a cooking apple here. And this small one here is an eating apple. And my God, they're so good. They're like a mix between like Braeburn, I want to say, and pink ladies, which pink ladies are can only be grown in Australia, I think, or New Zealand, because they're protected, the species are, which is crazy. And I love pink, well, we both love pink ladies. Unfortunately, we have got wasps eating some of them. That actually looks like a really big wasp. So I'm just picking half a dozen and then I'm picking the cookers to make some crumble. It's crumble season. I've been trying to eat healthy, but it's just shouting out to me that I've got to make a crumble. But look at all the apples. Last year we had none. And this year there's loads. I don't know what happened last year. Maybe it was just because it was so wet. I don't know. But yeah, loads. So, but eventually we've got another 4 trees with apples here, pears, plums, and cherries. So we're going to be inundated when these grow to that size. We've got this lovely contraption that helps collect the apples. These are not apples we're collecting to eat. We just don't want to mash them into the grass. So,
So amazing.
Handy.
I love it so much. And you don't have to bend over either.
I mean, this is an Adam and Eve style apple, isn't it? This is an eating apple. This is the first crop we've had from our espalier tree in the caretaker's courtyard. I've had one, they're lovely. Nice.
Better than a bean lady.
They're huge, aren't they? We only got a couple from the other ones, but high hopes for this one.
That's so good.
This is a south-facing wall, so it does extremely well. So today's the day that we're picking the blackcurrants. I'm going to make a ribena, like a blackcurrant cordial out of them, I think. If I've got enough, I don't know if I will. So we'll see. And then my mum's over there picking our first lot of raspberries. I mean, look at the golden raspberries. They look so good. Okay, so with the blackcurrants I've picked, which are here, I'm going to make blackcurrant cordial. And it's really easy. So anyone that's in England will know the most common one is ribena, which is amazing. I love it so much because I wasn't allowed it as a kid because my dentist said it was bad for my teeth. So it was a luxury to have it. It's really simple, I think. I made it like
10 years ago, and you just basically have to boil the blackcurrants. Although I need to check if I've got sugar. Okay, so I don't have any sugar, so I need to go and buy that before I can do anything, because you won't believe how much sugar you put in these cordials. It is insane.
This is our makeup kitchen.
So this is our kitchen at the moment. This extension was put in 1994. Has a similar vibe to the cottage section, but this will be our dining room. So we'll move the kitchen to the back because we want to have the views, the beautiful, well, I mean, the views are amazing at the front as well. But we want to have the more social space. You know, it's much larger here. And then this will be a beautiful dining space. So I'm making cordial, or ribena. Most people know it like.
We are moving from renovation into cordial making. This is from our own produce, from our working garden, guys. This is something that the wildlife have not eaten, and we had to make sure we got it before probably a few days would have been.
Yeah. So yeah, let's make some ribena.
Nice.
You know, the Americans don't really know what cordial is because they don't really have it.
Nice.
Because when I was traveling for 2 months in America, that's what I really missed. It was cordial because they don't have it. So when I got to Canada, I was like, oh, I can finally have a glass of ribena.
Did you actually know that when I first came to England, I was trying to make a sangria and I needed orange juice, and I went to the supermarket and I got a bottle with orange liquid, which was orange squash, which is, and I thought it was orange juice, which orange squash is basically concentrated. A concentrate.
And he didn't water it down, and he put it in neat.
Yeah. Everyone drank it. Everyone drank it. Everyone got really drunk, though. No one questioned it.
So this has been stewing for about 30 minutes, and I've put probably 3/4 of a bag of sugar in, I know. But that's how much cordial has in it. It's insane. When you're doing concentrate, so this is going to be concentrate, so you put like a tiny bit in the glass and then you fill the rest up with water. So we're hoping to get lots from it. So I'm going to let it stew for quite a long time. So long that I can get a sieve from my mum's house because we don't have a sieve. Once I've pressed all the juice out of the blackcurrants, I will then sieve out all of the skin and the seeds so it's pure, and then I'll leave it to cool, and then we can test out the concoction. But I've never really failed with this, although I found that, you know, cordial from a shop doesn't go off, but this does, so it'll only last a week or two, I think.
You want to try the ribena?
Oh, yes, it is served by this man.
With ice and mint.
Oh gosh, that sounds nice, thank you.
I'm recording, so pretend it's nice even if it's awful.
Oh, it's actually really nice.
It's nice and fresh now.
Please help you though.
It's most definitely not. The amount of sugar I put in it.
No, it just hit me.
Yeah?
Oh, look.
Yeah, well, I hadn't sieved it yet, so you got some.
mocktail.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not too like off the shelf, is it? It tastes quite fresh.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe you've done that.